Hi everybody, it's Brittany, and today I am going to be reviewing this. So this is, I've seen this floating around on the internet. It's I don't know who it's by. I think it's by Her Spell. It's the Her Spell, The Magic Never Ends, the 9 3/4 palette. So this is like a Harry Potter one, I'm assuming, because, you know, platform 9 3/4 is a Harry Potter reference. So, and it says the magic never ends. So this was suggested to me on one of my feeds, and so I picked it up, and it looks like this, and it looks like, I think it's got plastic, yeah. And it looks like this. Ooh, we got like in face cameraception going up. Bloop, 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 bloop. I'm not exactly sure what they are advertising this as. On here it doesn't really say. From what it appears to be is kind of like an eyeshadow palette, but not really, if that makes sense. Like, these colors, obviously colors like this, I don't really think you can use as a highlight, and it is a shimmery shade. So that's why it leads me to believe that they're kind of pushing this as more of an eyeshadow palette, but the pans are huge. So everybody's seen a ColourPop shadow, or if not, I mean, this is still more of a general shadow size. So just to compare, it's, you know, it's pretty big for an eyeshadow palette. But again, like I said, I'm not exactly sure when you would use this color, because this is a red, like a burgundy. I'm not exactly sure when you would use that color on your face. I mean, maybe if you have really deep skin tone, this might work for as a highlight or a blush, because it's red. I don't really know anybody who wears a red highlight, so I mean, I guess maybe, because I wear pink and I'm fair, so if you had deep skin, then maybe a red like this would actually look really pretty on your cheeks. I don't know. Actually, it probably would. It'd probably look beautiful. Anyways, moving on. But I think they are trying to push this off as more of a, I don't know, because these two appear to be more of bronze colors, and then these are all shimmer, and like these two, yes, I could see these two working as highlight. And then these two maybe blushes? Question mark? Because this is super dark. Anyways, I'm just going to shut up and I'm going to get into swatching them. So these first three colors are right here, and they are Daring, Wisdom, and Cunning. And these seem to be highly pigmented, to be honest. We have Daring, Wisdom, and Cunning. And Daring, Wisdom, and Cunning. Ooh, Cunning is pretty. It's a pretty cool. They look like this. I'm going to compare this one, which is the lightest of the two bronzer shades, and this is Wisdom, and I'm going to see if maybe I can use it as a contour. We'll have to see. So then we have Bravery, which is this color here, which is that deep burgundy color. And then this is Courage, which is very pretty, and then Trust, which is the one that I said that I could probably use as a highlight. So this is Bravery, and Courage, and Trust. All right. Trust didn't come out as well as I thought it would. One thing I am going to say is this palette is very much one-directional, if that makes sense. Maybe I'm not wording that right. They are very, like, it's not really imaginative. The only reason that it's actually cute and, like, that I considered purchasing it was because I love Harry Potter. I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. But these seem very, the reason I say that is because the two highlighters, at least the ones that I feel are usable, is this one and this one. This one maybe if you use a very light hand. I will test these two, which are the two darker ones, these two, and see how they look as far as brush strokes go. Maybe I'm completely stupid, and I'm actually going to do 2 brush strokes with that one. Yeah. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to brush stroke it with, like I would pack it on with, like my usual brush strokes. And then I will also use my highlight brush and use that to see if it actually can be used as a highlight, because as we know, I'm not going to be packing on my highlighter. I mean, I could. That would be a thing. That would be a look. The cheek portrait. And I will swatch Hoola. This is Wisdom. Yet again. Just a regular swatch. Looks like this. And I actually think that this one might be better than the Hoola for me, because this is more cool tone. And, oh, why did I do that? I don't know. We're just going to go with it, I guess. So, it's a little bit darker than the Hoola, but it's also more cool tone than the Hoola. It's not as warm, and because I have pink undertones and I have cool tone skin, that would work better for me. So this is Wisdom used as a brush stroke. So yeah, this is definitely, I would say, probably targeted as a bronzer, just because it doesn't brush very well on, which is good because you want your bronzer to be buildable and not necessarily just like out the gate, you know, intense. So I'm going to now move on to Bravery, which is that burgundy. It's looking more purple the more I swatch it on my hand, but it's okay. We'll go with it. So this is Bravery. I think I got too much of that, but this is very beautiful. I really do like the color. All right, and then I'm going to use this same brush. Oh, I did wash it, but I already got enough on there. I don't want to have to take it off. So this is Bravery. I'm using it as brush. So I'm going to pack it. Yeah. Alright. So this is what it would look like packed, which is not very impressive whatsoever. This is just one of the unicorn brushes from Wet n Wild. Alright, so I really don't think that this would be a really good highlight. Alright, so as you can see, it's definitely lighter, and it does have that shine to it. You can tell by looking straight at it that it would not work as a highlighter on my face because it's going to leave a shadow cast. I would definitely say that Bravery would be one that I would personally use as a eyeshadow and not a highlight. So next one that I'm going to do is Courage. So this is Courage. And in the pan, it does have, I don't know if you can see it on camera or not, but it does have a pinkish sheen to it, even though it's showing up really gold to you. We're going to go into Courage, and we are going to brush like a regular packing. You know, I wonder if these are... That one looks like nothing. It doesn't exist. I'm going to see if it's buildable, though. Okay, so it is buildable. You can see that before it didn't exist, and now it kind of exists. So, these definitely are very good for intense color payoff. Alright, last, I'm hoping that this is... Do we got anything coming off? No. Alright, so... Last, we have Courage, and I'm just going to... Alright. See, this would work probably as a highlight as well, but I do feel like it's even still too dark for my skin tone, because it's still, you can still see where it's at, and that would leave a shadow on my face. Alright, so as you can see, it's got quite a bit. Oh, no, I didn't use that palette. I did use this palette, but let's just put this one away, okay? We just gonna put that one away. Let's see. Okay, she is a little dark for me, but I'm gonna brush a little bit of her off. We don't need the rest that was on there still. So I feel like that's so muddy for my skin. No! Can we fix this? We're gonna have to go in. Once you muck up one side, you gotta muck up the other. It's the rules of makeup. Alright, I can make this side for some reason apply a little better. even though I use probably more product. Maybe they're actually stitching correctly. Alright. Oh, my ear over here is starting to hurt. I think my ear over here does not like this part. Or it's because I'm an idiot, decided to use this and this at the same time. And now I have to sleep like this. Death, go me. Death, come for me. I hate sleeping on the back. But we'll be comfortable. Very comfy there. Be comfy there. Yeah, making comfy. Sorry, I just realized that I was talking to myself. I do that quite a bit. Alright. I don't think it turned out horrible. You guys are probably like, Brittany, it's barely even there. But I always go more natural with my contour. I want it barely to show up. And while this doesn't look horrible, like, you can see it and it's not, like, super intense. I'm not gonna, like, go outside and the world's gonna be like, she's cut! And not in a good way. But, and I think I went too far down. But it's not horrible. I prefer it a little bit lighter. I feel like I did use a pretty light hand on it, though. So that's the one thing that's kind of upsetting, is that I did use a very light hand, and I still feel like it kind of got a little bit more than I really wanted. So I would say that be careful. Or if you have a dark skin tone, this will probably work out perfect for you. So, okay. So, there, and let's see. Okay, maybe I shouldn't tap it off, because there is nothing going on. I'm just trying to be light with it, because I don't want to leave a cast. Can we slide? No, let's see. Let's get both out, okay? We'll just do that. Ooh, uh-oh. Is that it? Yeah. Frick! I was hoping to avoid the shadow cast you can see here and here. It's not bad for a nose highlight, though. For some reason, though, on my cheeks, it decided to, I don't know if it's because I have a little bit more texture on my cheeks, but it feels like it's definitely taking to it, and not in a good way, like in the worst way possible it takes to it. Get a little bit on my Cupid's bow. Because, see, if you look at my nose, you can't, it's not like there's a definitive, you know, mark on, you know what I mean? You can't see it there, but you can definitely see the shadowing effect on my cheeks. So that's a little bit saddening. Well, it is what it is. It could be also that I use a cream blush on my cheeks because of the weather. So it could be that that's why it's leaving the shadow, because I do have the cream blush that is like in this area, so that's why it leaves the slight shadow here. Although I think I got rid of it just by kind of pressing it into my skin and making it one. Making them one. So that way it has more of a natural glow. Yeah, it definitely took out the intensity by, you know, using my fingers to kind of like press it into my skin. It took away the intensity of the highlight, but it's still there. It's more natural now. A lot better than the cast that it put on. Alright, so final verdict of this. I think I spent 15 or 20 bucks on this. I'm not exactly sure how much I actually spent on it. I bought it a while ago. It's just been hanging around waiting to be touched. I can't say that I like it as far as usability. The bronzer didn't work for me. It's a little too dark for my taste. You're probably looking at it going, you can't even see it anymore, but to me, it's too dark. And then the highlight, of course, didn't work. Now, as eyeshadows, we did see the swatches that it did for brush swatches, and I don't think they turned out the best. But that doesn't mean that once you get a primer on your eyelid and you have more for it to actually stick to, because I always do these with zero primer on my arm. So if it had a primer and it had something more to stick to, it would probably turn out a lot better and a lot more intense. Final ending verdict of this whole situation is, this is cute for what it is. I'm definitely going to keep it just because I collect it. I collect makeup, and this is just another, you know, added collection, and I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, so I'm gonna keep it. I like it. Was it worth the money to me? Sure. For collecting. It's like collecting baseball cards. Is the money really worth it to buy all those baseball cards, or beanie babies that we used to buy as kids? No. If you collect them, it's worth every penny. So, but as far as usability, like I said, I don't know what they're advertising this as. There's only 6 pans in here. They're huge pans. So if they're using these as eyeshadows, you are never going to use all of them. And not only that, but how many actual looks are you going to be able to get with 6 shadows? Only 2 of them are matte and the other 4 are shimmer. Not many. So as keeping that in mind, I can't recommend this palette to be bought, to be used, I mean, as a general makeup user or as your average makeup user. Now, for someone who, if you're like me and you like to collect things and you really like Harry Potter, then yeah, you would probably like this palette. It'll be great to add to the Storybook Cosmetics. This is kind of like a complimentary friend to it, you know. They're not from the same company, obviously, but, you know, they can be friends if they want to be. Don't judge. It's not your place. So yeah, that's my final verdict on this one. If you collect it, get it. It's beautiful. It's great. It'll go great in your Harry Potter collection. If not, don't buy it. If you think it's going to be like your daily everything, unless these colors work for you, which they might. Not everyone is as pale as me, so these might actually work for other people. So, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the swatches. I hope you enjoyed the commentary. I hope you enjoyed my face. I love you all, you beautiful unicorns, and I will see you in the next video. Mwah. Bye.